Apollo had been the servant of King Admetus. Admetus treated his servants with kindness and respect. In return, the Lord of the Silver Bow did everything in his power for his mortal master.
Herds Apollo tended doubled in size.
Alcestis' father created a contest as a way of determining to whom he would award her. The suitor won Alcestis for his wife. Admetus wanted her as a wife.
Admetus asked Apollo to help him, and he did. The Lord of the Silver Bow yoked the wild beasts for Admetus.
Apollo then guided Admetus as he drove the fierce wild lion.
Admetus won Alcestis for his wife. However, in offering sacrifices of thanksgiving to the deathless gods upon his marriage, he forgot to sacrifice to arrow-reigning Artemis.
Later, when he opened the door to the bridal bedroom, instead of his lovely wife, he found the bed filled with snakes.
Admetus hurried to his friend Apollo. Apollo appealed to his twin sister to forgive the king for his mistake, and Artemis agreed.
Apollo obtained a favor from the three Fates and convinced them to release Admetus from the obligation to die if Admetus could find someone who would volunteer to die in his place.
Hermes arrived to conduct him down to the underworld. Admetus frantically sought volunteers to replace him.
Alcestis, Admetus' wife, voluntarily made the great sacrifice and drank the poison.
Heracles arrived at his friend's house and was amazed to find it in a state of mourning. Thinking that a stranger was being mourned, Heracles agreed to be a guest and got noisily drunk. Heracles learned from the servant that Alcestis had died.
Heracles persuaded the Lord of the Underworld to engage in a wrestling match. The victor won Alcestis, and Heracles won. Shortly after arriving in Thrace, Heracles was able to control the flesh-eating mares by feeding them pieces of their master.
King Eurystheus commanded Heracles to seek the Amazons and return the queen's belt. Heracles' ship arrived in the harbor of Themyscira. Hippolyte visited Heracles and agreed to give him her belt. The idea of such an easy labor infuriated Hera, that the goddess transformed herself into an Amazon.
Hera approached Hippolyte's subjects, claiming that Heracles and his crew were abducting their queen. The Amazons immediately jumped upon their horses and charged the ship.
Heracles, thinking that this was an ambush planned by Hippolyte, he killed the queen and took the belt. Then he defended his ship from the invading force and sailed away.
On his return to Tiryns from the land of the Amazons, Heracles stopped at Ilium. He found the city suffering from the combined rage of the far-shooting Apollo and Poseidon, lord of the sea.
Far-shooter Apollo inflicted a plague upon the city, and Poseidon sent forth a dreadful monster from the depths of the sea.
When the distraught king asked the oracle of Delphi what he should do in order to rescue his city from devastation, the oracle advised him to bind Trojan maidens upon the rocks by the seashore, for the sea monster to devour. The Trojan people obeyed, and many of their fairest daughters met horrible deaths.
The lot had fallen upon the princess Hesione. When Heracles arrived, he agreed to kill the sea monster and release Hesione. Heracles killed the sea monster and delivered the princess to her father.